I am almost at the end of the best sandpaper I have ever used for shaping my handles. Now this is V Victor SM. Steve Michael VSM Vitex 180. I can't think of any, I can't see any other identifying words or letters. Okay, maybe 963 means something. But I have searched and searched and searched and I cannot find this stuff. I really want to replace it with exactly what I've had. And here's how I came into possession of it. When I bought this place, the person who owned this sold tools. He was a commercial tool salesman. And you know, liquids, sandpaper, tools, machine tools, drill bits, every kind of tool, connections, hose connections. And this was in the garage. And it was in 2 3/4 inch wide strips, and they were about a foot long or so, because I cut them into thirds. So let me put 3 of these together and just see. Yeah, about a foot long. So they were 2 3/4 by a foot long, and I cut them in thirds. And I knew that, you know, I have some other 180 back here, but the thing I like about these, and I'm moving up to the next grit, so we're done with that. Okay, the thing I like about it is when I take these off the grinder and I sand at an angle like this, it sands out the grinding marks on the steel. And this is for wood and Bondo. You know, that VSM Vitex 180 is for wood, Bondo, you know, soft. It's not for steel, but it cuts the steel and it sands the grinding lines off. And the other stuff that I have, which even though it's garnet, it does not. So I would have to go to a lower grit. See, I start with 180 right off the, I'm talking about the knife with the handle on. When I come off the grinder after shaping my handle, 180 is where I start. And if I don't find more of this, I'll have to go back to 150 or 120. And I got, you know, tons of that stuff. So, if anybody is an expert computer searching sleuth, and you can find where I can buy some of that, 12 inches long, 2 3/4 wide, 180. What was that other identifying? You know, it may not even be made anymore, you know? Let's see, 963. I don't know if that's an identifying number or not. I just did a Google search and I can find the company VSM. Now they're a Germany-based company, but they have manufacturing facilities all over the world and distribution facilities all over the world. So anyway, I'm going to finish this little knife up, buff it, and then get back to work on these. I'm not going to do any more work on this until I finish these. This is what I'm going to spend the day working on. All right. I'm going to go ahead and make the sheath just because I can do this and be done with it. And this was the only thing I had going on other than these 2 knives. I do have Teresa, Miss French, and that is out of the tempering oven, but I'm not going to do anything with it until I finish these other 2 knives. She said she wasn't in a hurry, so I got a... He wants white. Okay, I've got white cut. I can't believe it. Do you know how long I have been looking for my heat gun? What would make me put it in there? I do not know. Huh, that's incredible. Well, I was actually opening this to get a few things out of my way here. And there it was. Good Lord, I can't believe it. All right, here's how I test. And there is a fine line between hot enough and oops, you just melted it. And I have finally figured out where the line is. And I can only do it by touch, and it's just not something you can explain. You gotta ruin a few pieces before you figure it out. Fortunately, Kydex is not terribly expensive. You know, you can afford to experiment and learn from your mistakes. Okay, I'm gonna have this knife and the Kydex here in 2 seconds. Okay. My wife is down here with binoculars looking at one of the cows out there. She thought something had gotten it. But,
yeah, something, you know, and plus that mud hole,
yeah.
they're making it a real mud hole.
Okay, cállate la boca.
Okay.
This is for sale. Boy, this come out way better than I intended for this just to be a quick, you know, knockoff using brush cutting, hammer through, you know, a rough used knife. But this come out way prettier. That's not polished. That's my satin finish right there. That's 600 grit finish and buffed. And the reason I buff it is because it knocks off the stuff that might attract moisture. And then I put a coat of wax on everything after I buff it all out. And so if anybody's interested, I have no sheath yet. And I'm thinking about a dark chocolate brown sheath with no fade, no nothing, just maybe some, you know, interesting tooling on the sheath, on the leather. But $185 if you're interested, and if you speak up now, you can have some input on the sheath. But otherwise, I'm going to make a dark chocolate brown sheath with some
Unicorn and rainbows.
unicorn and rainbows? No, that's the next knife. Just some moderate tooling, nothing, you know, nothing crazy. Okay, so let me know. That's supposed to be red, white, and blue. And this is Dymilux from Jantz, knifemaker.com. And I've had this for a couple of years now. I'm glad I used it. I am gonna right now get online, go to Jantz website, and that's Jantz, Jantz, and I'm gonna see if they got any more of this, and I'm gonna send them a picture of this. Okay, Chuck, you are back in the vise. I am going to, before the day's out, I'm gonna have the handles on these, so I'm gonna try to go from here out with 220. Yeah. I'm gonna try it like this. I may have to push it all the way in and just do half the blade, then turn it around and do the other half. So here we go, 220. Let me get it cranked down there, and I am gonna drink a cup of coffee. That's my lunch, and then I'm going to work. Ooh. Yeah, I guess it's time to wash out that cup. Just a quick rinse. All right, man. I got one side done to 220. All the carbon burn off is coming out. Oh, this is what it started looking like. But it's coming out, so sigh of relief. All right. Let me get back to work. All right, my Lord, my hands are just gonna fall off the end of my wrists. So there we are. We are back, looking like a good knife again. And I'm gonna run this across my buffer, and then I'm gonna come back and acetone from here back. And I'm gonna put them, oh yeah, I gotta drill the handle holes and drill the pinholes rather, and then cut it to the shape of my handle and then epoxy it on. So by the end of the day, this is gonna have a handle. And then tomorrow I will start on the Swamp Rat. All right, let me go buff this and come back. All right. Still got a lot of polish and stuff on it, but I'm fixing to drill the holes in this and acetone from here back, epoxy it on. And I'm going to leave the polish and the wax because the polish has a little bit of grease in it, and if I don't clean it off right away, it'll kind of protect it from the humidity overnight. When I get the handle done, I clean everything up and then I put a real good coat of wax on it. So that's where we're at. Let me get these handles drilled and then I'm gonna take a little break, drink me some water, and I'm gonna get to work on that. I gotta sand the grind lines out. And this is what happens overnight. That's how humid it is here. Alrighty, drill the handle. All right, that's what it's going to look like. I have got my 30-degree taper on the nose of these. Now, I've sanded them up to 800, just the nose. And since I can't polish them on the knife, I'm fixing to take these off and go to the buffing room and buff the nose of these, and that will give us an idea what these are going to look like all polished up. We'll be right back. That's going to be beautiful. And this is Cocobolo. And I got just a little bit more left. I got enough to do his matching knife, and then I have one more piece. I could actually do 2 more knives. I haven't cut it into handles yet. So, let me get these epoxied on, and then I will start sanding on the knife. All right, we are clamped. Epoxied and clamped. We will see you tomorrow. Now, let us sand. Let's see here. I think I'm going to start with 150. And we'll see where that takes us. Okay. Let's do the handles first. My God, I got a lot done today. All right, this is, I've got the bevel, the grind lines all sanded off. And next is 220, but it is 2:30 in the afternoon, and I've been working since early this morning. And you know what? I'm taking this home with me so it won't rust overnight. Because I'm tired of scrubbing rust off. Here's the other side. God, my hands are killing me. Alrighty, one more shot of, okay, that. I'll be sanding the handles on that in the morning. This, I'll be putting the edge on that, putting the cord on, and mailing it off to this gentleman. I'm gonna contact him this afternoon and let him know it's done, and if he would kindly remit payment, I'll get it in the mail tomorrow. So, oh yeah, this is for sale. Si vende. I am really surprised at how nice that came out. I did not expect that to come out that nice. Boy, oh boy. I am gonna when I get home, I'm getting on my big computer. I went to knifemaking.com. That's Jant's website. And they do not sell Dymilux, but I found several other places that sell Dymilux, and that's DYM. ALUX. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like that. Okay, that is for sale. $185. If you want it, let me know. And you can have some input on the sheath. Otherwise, I may get around to making a sheath for this tomorrow too. I'm taking that home too. It's just so humid. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up and take it home. I'll be back with it tomorrow. Have a good Monday, y'all.